What's going on, everyone? Time for the Crash and Burn show. How's everybody doing tonight? It is December 3rd. I can't believe it's December already. And this is our 27th show. I can't believe we made it this far. I never do anything this long. So, yay! Cool. So, last week, we had a show early last week. We did it last Tuesday because of Thanksgiving. Last week we had Louis Crudo from Crudo Knives, and we had a good time. We had a lot of good stuff. Louis was a kind of good part of the show. Lots to learn from him and everything. So hope you guys are excited for a show tonight, and we get a lot in store for you. A lot to talk about. A lot going on lately. So cool. Lots of stuff happened. We did Crash and Burn Thanksgiving. I'm sure you guys saw some of the pictures throughout the Facebook group and all that. So that was fun. Eric and I went to see the Nutcracker, which was cool as well, and obviously Black Friday. So we'll get into all that when we get into our ramblings here. As always, if you guys are listening or watching, if you're watching live, you can watch either on Google Plus or watch live on YouTube. Either one works fine, and there's very little delay between them, maybe 10 seconds. Also, we'd love for you guys to kind of communicate with us and interact with the show. So one of the best things you can do is either send your questions or comments right on the Google Plus page, and they'll show up for us. Or even better, head over to gunchannels.com/crashandburn, and you can listen to the show or watch it right from there. But you can also chat with us in a little bit of a chat room here. So yeah, we most of us are moderating the chat room. So head over to the Gun Channels and join us in the chat. Send us funny stuff or questions you got. Should be good. Oh, I was speaking a lot right there. Tired me out.
You get a star.
So tonight, let me introduce the rest of my Superman panel of superheroes. Erica, how are you tonight?
Good, very good.
Cool. And Mr. Andy.
Hello, how are you?
Nice drinking, Mr. Andy.
What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? A pineapple martini, I've been told.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so manly.
It's really pretty.
And Glenn and Leah, how are you guys tonight?
I'm excellent.
If we're a panel of superheroes, Andy's Aquaman.
Obviously. I thought he was one of the ambiguously gay duo.
Who's the other?
Would that make you the other one, Mike?
Okay, so there's that. Tonight's guest is Colin from Max Venom Knives. Thank you for being on the show, Colin.
Thanks for having me, Mike. First time on a podcast here, so...
That's awesome. I'm glad to break your podcast cherry. And, we're not very serious, so you'll see that. Anyways, since it's December, we have a great new group of companies that have decided to support us. So we'd like to thank our sponsors, X8 Tactical. You can check out Mike's Knives on his Facebook page. So look for X-8 Tactical. 1776 United. I'm not wearing their hat tonight because I like this beanie. And so check out their stuff. 1776 United clothing. Tactical Baby Gear. He makes some awesome bags and all kinds of stuff for dudes who don't want to carry around like a Vera Wang,
Where the hell was that 15 years ago?
That's why this is cool right now. And he's actually sending us a backpack to check out. So we're going to be able to
awesome.
Do a little video on it and show everybody what it's about. It's not just for baby gear, but it's great for just carrying stuff around. So I'm excited to see it. And once again, my guy Dax from Canterbrunner. Awesome dude, awesome products. Big supporter of the show, so thank you to all those guys. We really appreciate it. Let's get right into it. Erica, what do you got for news tonight?
news tonight. It's kind of a big deal. The U.S. military opened all combat positions to women.
Oh, sorry.
And
Whatever your thoughts are on it, it is a big deal. They weren't going to do this. Defense Secretary Ash Carter announced it today that the decision to allow women to fill about 220,000 jobs that were limited to men, including infantry, armor, reconnaissance, and some special ops units, are now open to women as long as they qualify and meet the standards. So I wanted to know what your opinions were. This is going to be, I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I'm very torn. So I was kind of looking to see what you guys think about it.
What if they get raped?
Why? Well, but why is that a big deal in these positions? What if the women get raped? Period.
girls in college are sexually assaulted. I feel like asking what if they get raped in the military is not.
What does that have to do with anything?
The dynamic of a small unit, a small infantry unit, is not going to allow that to happen if they're accepted in the unit.
I mean, you have a better chance of getting raped working in an office, in the military, working in a motor pool. I mean, those are the places that, I hate to say it, but not the brightest people go. You go in the military, the brightest people, they stand ahead, they go forward. The normal person who joins the military is a little bit below the normal person in general. So the girls are going to be with them. Yes, there's a chance, but special forces, if they get into that, I don't see those things kind of happening.
What do you guys?
The funny thing is, I have a daughter who's thinking about going into the military, and I told her what happened today, and her reaction was, well, why aren't they already there? She's like, oh, they can't be there, and now they can. So to her, it wasn't even thought of that she couldn't be able to do that.
I didn't even know women couldn't be in the military.
No, they could be in
not the military. It's so, jeez, Mike.
In the frontline combat positions, women weren't allowed to be before.
Some special ops positions, like I just listed, armorers and reconnaissance and stuff like that. They were not open to women.
They've been on the front line as medics and other jobs.
Yes.
It puts them on the front line, but these are
combat positions.
Combat MOSs.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So what's your opinion on this? What do you guys think? Good? Bad?
Yeah, lower the standards. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, no, it didn't say that they were lowering them. It said that they had to pass them just like everybody else.
Women take a different physical fitness test in the military than men do.
Yep.
Different.
There are lower standards to get in.
Lower.
Okay.
There was
less push-ups. It is a different test.
Yeah, but physically they are not.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I score a perfect score on my physical fitness test, which I never did. If I did, I would be performing at a higher level than a woman that scored on her test.
Because you're a dude.
Because my standards were difficult.
I'm saying if I had fucking robot legs, I'd run faster than you.
Petraeus. What's it? No, not Petraeus.
Pistorius.
Yeah.
But no.
He's not running. He hasn't. They took his legs away.
So what the Marine Corps has been actually testing this for. They've actually tested it more than any other branch has, and I've been following it pretty closely, being a former Marine. They found they put north of almost 200 women through their officers infantry leaders course. They only had 3 that passed the course.
Did they do it with the Rangers too recently?
Yeah, 2 passed the Rangers.
Yeah.
Of those 3, they were middle of the pack. So if they can meet the same standard, what the Marine Corps did is they said if you're going to be in a combat MOS, which is the infantry, all those jobs you listed off, you have to do the same physical fitness test that the men in that MOS are doing.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
No?
The Army is not doing that.
What?
The Army is allowing the women's test to go through. The Marine Corps is saying if you're going to be in a combat arms MOS, you have to reach that higher physical fitness.
Isn't the Marines a higher level than the Army anyway? Or am I confused?
What?
What? Somebody set me straight, please.
Marine Corps is hungrier than the Army.
Okay. Is it
It's different.
Different mentality.
Different.
okay?
Not harder. Different.
Different.
I would say we're harder.
Okay.
Different.
In the technical, in specifics, when you get down to technicalities, yeah.
Training is very the same. Marine Corps has a different mentality.
Okay.
Marine Corps is a little bit gruffer, more aggressive than the
Yeah,
Army.
Marine Corps is kill everything, fuck everything.
Yeah.
But I guess if it's the women that are going into that, wouldn't they have that personality then also? I mean, they know what they're getting, not that what they know what they're getting into, but
No, I have no. If they can integrate into the unit, they're not a distraction from the mission.
right, if they're not
Standard,
hindering anything, you
no
know.
problem. It's the same opinion I have of the don't ask, don't tell. If you're not ruining the unit and you can perform the task and you can do your job and you can watch your buddy's back and you can drag your buddy out of
I'm watching everybody's back, all right.
you can be in the unit. I have no problem. There were guys that are in my unit that I'm pretty sure were gay. Never had a problem with them because they did their job and they didn't ruin the unit. It's the same thing. If you can function in the unit, I have no problem with it.
Same with cops currently and firemen currently. Yeah. Women are in both industries, both of them. There are some that don't do it as well, but there are women that do it just as well as the other guys.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, isn't there men that don't do it just as well as some other men?
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Absolutely.
Have we tested this enough? I mean, it didn't say in the article that I have, but has it been tested to show, like, oh, having women in these units takes away, hinders, has failed a mission because instead of having a dude there, we had a woman?
A lot of West Point minds have been working with this, and this is what they've come up with.
The Marine Corps came up with basically what the Marine Corps said was, if the standards are the same and they can perform the job, it's not a negative.
And as long as they don't get raped.
The big asterisk on that was there's very few that can perform at that level.
Mike, you're very worried about women getting raped.
You know, I just don't think it's a thing that should happen.
Yeah, I happen to agree.
Yeah, Mike, I think we're all with you on that.
Thanks.
Not all.
But yeah, no, I think if you perform at that level, there's no problem with it. I think there's not many that can perform in that environment at that level.
Now, what about applying this to, like, if something were to happen and the draft came back in?
True.
Is that equal across the board then? We're drafting women?
My guess would you say you'd have to draft women, but you'd have to only allow volunteer women into the combat arms.
Like Israel. All women in Israel go in.
Yes. They're all forced to do 2 years of certain national service.
And
there are very few women in combat roles in Israel. However, the role of women in combat has probably been tested in Israel more than a lot of different countries. I've lived and worked in Israel for about 18 months, and I'm pretty familiar with their military and their system there. I kind of agree with if they toe the line, but if you leave that up to big army, I mean, what's the chances that they're gonna fuck that up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just wait and see. Let them try it. That's all I got.
Did you say that women in Israel are not in combat roles?
There are combat roles that are available to women, and to the best of my knowledge, they're held to a pretty high standard over there. I don't believe that all combat roles are available, but there's a lot of stuff. They have sort of a military capacity border patrol over there that there are a lot of women in combat roles. I believe in scouts as well. Maybe not real tip of the spear type stuff, but to the best of my knowledge, they have relatively stringent standards for women in the military over there.
Cool.
There's other things there's things that women do better than men do.
cooking.
No, the Air Force has done studies since the 90s, and they found that there is some evidence that women are better fighter pilots than men are.
Yeah.
Um,
You ever see Top Gun?
there's evidence that women are better jet level fighter pilots than men are because of the way their bodies are built and their ability to multitask. So, like, there's, yeah. So
Be
take,
a fighter pilot.
You haven't met my wife.
yeah. But I mean, there's differences between the sexes. We're better at some things; they're better at other things.
Negligible differences. I've seen studies where they took like almost the top 10 things where they said women are better, men are better. Like men are better at what do they call that? Some type of visual capacity or whatnot. Negligible. I mean, measurable but negligible almost in all counts. The top 10.
Really? Well, that's interesting then. So then is it just then, physical, the fact that no matter what I do, I don't, if Mike and I were training at the same level, I don't think I would ever be as strong as him. Or is that just a mindset that we're looking at then too?
That's a muscle mass thing. It's the way the muscles are constructed and all that. I mean, could Leah drag me out of a field?
Yeah. That's
Would she?
right here.
No, I mean, I'm an extreme example. I don't even know if Andy could fireman's carry me with 150 pounds of gear on.
Lumberjack off. Lumberjack off.
We're gonna do it.
All right.
That's a good one.
That is.
I got to get a plate carrier and a saw and 3 drums of 200 rounds of 5.56.
I think we can use rocks. It's okay.
Yeah, rocks and bricks. There we go.
That was an excuse to buy a 249 saw, though.
Okay, we'll get a saw.
Like it.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Oh, so, well, we're here to rambling. So, did anybody buy anything good for Black Friday?
Nope.
I worked.
How was that?
You got your jacket.
Oh no, I did buy
You
it.
got a new shooting jacket.
No, I worked Thursday night because Black Friday now starts 5 o'clock at night on Thursday.
Bullshit.
Correct. I worked Thursday night and Friday morning, and we sold 190 firearms in 48 hours. Like that.
How are the people?
For the most part, they're good. Actually, it's mostly people that are coming to get that one gun because it's a good deal, and they just come in and they're in and out. They understand that it's a mess, but every once in a while, they get the dude that got drunk at Thanksgiving dinner and wants to come to a 44-73.
Any D-bags or any fights or anything?
No, I've been working. This is my 5th Black Friday. I've been working retail, and it's always been in the outdoor hunting side of retail, and I find that crowd doesn't really drift into that.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely like a rush, and they're like kind of stampeding through the store, but nobody's fist fighting over the last iPod.
Right.
It's not Walmart.
Exactly. I mean, we get some lowbrow customers and all, but they just don't go to that fist fight over a TV level or a bucket of 22.
Right. You know what I noticed? People can't leave comments on the live YouTube stream.
They can't? I thought they were for a while. I thought
No,
that was...
those comments are disabled for this video. So
Why?
I don't know why. So that's why we definitely need to use gun channels in the Q&A. So speaking of Q&A, what's up there, VF Gun Runners? Our usual suspects are listening in tonight. So that's cool. Yeah. So Black Friday, that's cool. But anybody been paying attention, obviously, to the San Bernardino stuff? What's your thought on that, Andy? I know you and I have chatted a little bit about it even the last day or so.
Oh boy, that's a can of worms you're opening.
Yeah, we got it. Can't not talk about it.
Yeah, I know. I think the American Muslim extremist is what happened is what you see. The American Muslim extremist. A little bit different than the other ones that we've seen who blow themselves up. Ours like to go in, attack, run away, and fight another day, which is kind of too bad.
Is that what they decided that this is? Was it act of terrorism? I haven't been following it.
I thought he just came out with a video saying he did attempt to say, just like everybody said, that it was workplace violence.
It depends on which news you read. I've read a couple. Some have.
This guy was on the FBI watch list. I mean, they investigated him not too long ago, and
I
then
know
they
some
stopped.
people that are on the watch list.
Yeah, watch list. Yeah.
I'm probably on the watch list.
It depends. I've watched a couple different news outlets, and like some of have framed it. Depends the news. Some have kind of gone the workplace violence way. That he worked at this place, and this is what he shot up. And other people have gone the terrorism way. I don't think anybody official has decided yet.
What do you guys
I
think?
do think it's a little mix of both. I think he
I think he
got
used
enough-
terrorism as an excuse to shoot up his office.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
He said, if I'm going to make some terrorism, I might as well start with the people I don't like at work.
You think they expected to get out of it because they heard that they had like dropped off a son or something?
Yeah, they're like a 6-month-old.
Yeah.
And
Just sad.
It's awful either way. And obviously, just like we all expected, the gun control stuff came out immediately.
faster than the names did.
Absolutely.
You notice, though, on Facebook, I've seen a lot of people that we know that are normally more liberal. I've seen a lot of conversations turn to, gee, I think I'm going to get a gun.
I've had tons of my socially liberal, fiscally Republican, or fiscally conservative friends of mine now starting to ponder taking classes and buying firearms, which is great, but it sucks that this is what it had to come to get them to appreciate, the fact that it is a tool and you should learn how to use it.
Yeah, I got a couple texts saying, when are you going to take me out shooting? I need to take a class. What I did enjoy was the media. Well, I put up a link for the live feed for the scanner, and I was listening live feed and watching the overhead view. It was very entertaining, I must say. I mean, it's a bad thing, but I mean, being in emergency services, watching other emergency services work, it was kind of cool.
I was on Police Scanner Plus last night, and I think I was on the Police Channel 10 out in San Bernardino.
Yeah.
And just on this app alone, I guess there were 24,000 listeners. At that time, there were still detonating devices that they had located. So workplace violence, I'm going with not there. I think that this is motivated, centrally delivered at the workplace, perhaps. But to the best of my knowledge, they abandoned their 6-month-old child at home while they were executing these actions.
Oh, wow.
It's a pretty big deal,
I think they dropped him off with a grandmother.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
There's so many different stories. I don't even know what's right anymore.
Sure.
It's because the news reports it before they verify it.
Yep.
I think there's a motive to spin this into that category if they can. I think Obama would like to make it through the rest of his term without having been a series of terrorist attacks on his watch. I think it's a big motivator. But I think everybody on social media is seeing this for what it is. Which is a extremely gross outcome that's motivated under the premise of Islam.
Yeah, and I think terrorism can be used very loosely here. Just because we associate terrorism with mass destruction or a train or some sort of it seems like it's attached to transportation. But this terrorism, this is terrorism no matter what. If you get pissed off and shoot up a McDonald's, it's still terrorism. You know what I mean? You're still in the act of creating fear, and hurting people. So that's my thoughts. I think, I don't think this is the last of what we're going to see. It's unfortunate, and I do believe that everybody needs to get something to arm themselves.
Does this guy or are these two people any better than the guy who shot up the Planned Parenthood place? I mean, that wasn't Muslim.
That was terrorism too.
Yeah. Okay.
If your intent is to make a group of people change their behavior because of your action, by scaring them out of it, it's terrorism. Whether it doesn't.
Agreed.
The guy in Colorado wanted to terrorize Planned Parenthood to stop harvesting baby parts.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out what this other guy wanted us to do, but there's a goal to get a group of people to change their behavior because you disagree with it. That's what terrorism is. You use fear to change someone's behavior.
I don't really. There's no reason to discuss it. We could discuss it till we're blue in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more concerned with the. It's awful what's happened, but I'm very much concerned with what we're going to see from now on, and sort of what repercussions or what pushes are going to be for everything.
Well, is it going to change any of your actions? Like, are you going to not go places, or are you going to be wary around certain types of people?
Yes.
I think I'm warier just because of the way society is going in general, and my general awareness and my desire to conceal carry more often has been heightened. But I personally don't want it to affect my life. And there was a big discussion I got into on Facebook today several discussions. One was very technical, one was specifically to this, and a comment was made saying that, I don't think that, let me see if I can bring it up here, but I don't think that, carrying a gun is essentially a bulletproof vest, and that's what, here it is. So somebody, I'm not going to quote it, because, well, I should quote it, because they might be listening anyways, but the comment was made that people should just stop shooting each other. Okay, well, that's cool. It's obviously something that should be done. And the argument went into, it actually molded its way into something I kind of do agree with, and that newer gun owners, primarily newer gun owners, seem to feel that when they put the firearm on, that's it. They have this protective bubble all of a sudden. And everything goes out the window. So in part of this conversation I had, I shared some classes from like William April, who's been on our show, and important stuff that's every piece of this personal protection puzzle. And I wish I had more time to write for like PDN and some other things to get my ideas out on paper. But I absolutely agreed with this more liberal-minded guy that said just because you put a gun on doesn't mean it's a blanket protects you from bullets, which is absolutely true. And so I think that by putting a firearm on more often, it's not going to protect me, but my situational awareness will need to go up. Everything needs to be heightened right now for everybody, but I'm not going to let it dictate the way I want to live my life.
What about when you can't wear a firearm?
Something like the post office.
No, I'm talking like if you're going on vacation. Our kids want to go down to the city to go and see the Museum of Natural History.
You go to a school concert. Concert.
School concert, even.
No firearm, but I probably would still conceal a knife or something. Even though that may be illegal in the jurisdiction of the area, I think there's less repercussions for carrying a knife than there is for carrying a firearm.
So you would still go and just try and alter what you would do?
Yeah, I would. My situation will be even more heightened, I think.
I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go to New York City at all?
No.
All right, well that saves a lot of money.
Not with the kids. Maybe if it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And the kids are with your parents, or and they're safe. Fine.
Yeah. Well, before we even get into the discussion the interview with Colin. Colin, what's your thoughts on arming yourself with a knife, for a real low-profile protection?
The implement is not gonna be what makes the day.
Right.
The implement is something that needs to be in the hands of a very capable person, a person who has a plan, a person who has training. I think there's a lot of people who have this very imaginary idea that by putting this thing on their person, they're going to feel better. I'm not more relaxed carrying a firearm. I mean, my situational awareness is now in mode 3.
Right.
You've got to be aware of your firearm on your person. Every time you get up out of your chair, you've got to press check and make sure that your firearm is there. You've got to be certain that people aren't getting in your personal space. It's a very big deal. I talk with a lot of have conversations with a lot of friends that come down to this. Well, what would you do? Scenarios and whatnot. And it's good to think that way, because exploring this stuff in your mind is a benefit. But when it comes down to it, I always say that I'll have these conversations that involve different situations and different scenarios, and people have an idea that they're going to gain access when the situation's on top of them, and that's never going to happen. I mean, it can happen, but I mean, realistically, when the situation's on top of you, in a literal way, you're going to make the fight with what's in your hands, okay? And that means that something has to be in your hands before the fight is on top of you, all right? That has, my ideas, I translate into the type of, knives that I design, things to that effect. They're designed for that close interpersonal conflict. But people who think that they'll put that on their person, and if push comes to shove, they'll grab it and they'll access it. Well, you have to have put a lot of time, thought, and energy into how you access these things. And it's very popular for people to make these videos, and they post them on their YouTube, where they draw up and let's look at the shot timer now, okay? Yeah. There's something called slow draw, and slow draw is where I just put that in my hand, okay? It's there, it's in my hand right now, and I can take that out and make the fight with it. It's not about boom, I went for it. It's about I saw this thing, and I just snaked that out in my hand, and I had it ready. That's
Sure.
slow draw. It works for a knife. It works for a gun. You gotta be able to detect, identify, produce, and then you gotta be able to bring that fight to its conclusion. It's all a very, very big fucking deal,
Yeah.
And it's not as simple as getting a gun. Getting a gun is like step 0,
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. No matter what tool you decide to use, it's important to everything that happens before you're in that fight with whatever tool you're using is such of utmost importance. So yeah, I think that we pretty much covered all of that. Andy or Glenn, anything to add?
No. Hit it right on the head.
Which head, Glenn?
All of the heads.
Okay, just checking.
Be specific.
What? Hey, stop it! No secrets. Secrets don't make friends.
Friends make secrets.
That's true. All right, so before we get into the interview here, what's everybody drinking tonight? I have bourbon again as usual. I don't know why. I love bourbon. So small glass tonight. Trying to stay. I was on a podcast literally up to the minute before we started here. I was a guest on another podcast. Guys based out of Arizona. So it was pretty cool. But that's for me. Andy, what do you got?
Pineapple martini brought down by my lovely wife. I was drinking apple pie moonshine. Now I switched to pineapple vodka martini.
I'm gonna start telling Amy to put like those little frou-frou umbrellas in your drinks when she brings them down to you.
I like them. I wouldn't mind the umbrella. I like them. I'm man enough to have an umbrella.
Yeah. Erica, what are you drinking? Wine?
Yeah, I have a red Shiraz from Yellowtail. It's not some like hipster IPA. I don't know.
Who drinks those?
Delicious.
Ugh.
What are you guys
Ooh,
drinking?
my tongue's purple.
I'm drinking a hipster double IBA.
2X. IB.
It's a 2X. It's an India Black Ale. It's from Southern Tier. It's really.
I have a Brooklyn beer, a new one, that they made for New York City Comic Con. I don't know if you can see the label.
Does it taste like Superman?
Yeah, and it's making me super the more I drink it. But it's a cool label, and I fell for that, so it's good.
Again.
Beer.
That's cool. Colin, I don't know if we gave you a heads up enough that we usually have a drink on the show. Are you having a beer or anything? Just hanging out?
Yeah, no liquids here. I'm just running on vapor over here. So, yeah.
That's all good. All right, well let's get right into this then. So Colin, you're the founder of Max Venom. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in that and sort of your background as you got into starting that company.
Oh boy, how I got into it. Well, I mean, no one's been able to keep a knife out of my hand since I was born. My mom likes to say that I was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck with a knife in my hand. So pretty much sorted myself out. But in all seriousness, I grew up on a farm, and you know, there was just lots of sharp stuff around. You know, I found you know, the grinder when I was very young. Started, you know, mixing it up and just making different stuff. And some years ago, I was working for a company out of Israel, and they made tactical weapon accessories. And I was kind of, you know, putting forth some of my ideas in that realm, etc. And kind of it started weighing on me, and I started wondering why I wasn't just putting some of my own ideas for some of my own stuff into action. So I started off really small. Produced my first knife. It's called the Karambite, a really small little guy. Little neck knife. I'm actually wearing one right now.
Speaking of, I don't want to interrupt you, but I do have a special question to ask you about that.
Go for it.
Let's see, let me find it here. I need to know if... Hang on.
You remember when Mike said this show isn't real serious?
We
I
are.
do remember that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Here's a serious question.
Okay.
What the heck?
You want me to ask it?
Oh, do you have it? Am I in the wrong place? Yeah, you ask it.
Ask Colin if he designed the Karambite to compensate for his wiener.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, I'm not done.
How much farther along in the company do you think you'd be if you looked like Rob Walker from Combative Edge?
Oh, wow.
So those questions were from Rob Walker.
All right, well, you'll find out why it's funny. If I designed the Karambite to compensate for my wiener, it's because it's the smallest knife, and it's right here in my hand. This guy, tiny.
That's awesome.
You right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a neck knife. Sits in a sheath around your neck. Go ahead and you put one finger in, draw it, give it a little whirl, and it fits in your hand just like so. From then, you don't have to have too many skills to bring this to bear against a target. You just sort of connect, pow, and as the blade draws through, it just sort of opens up any which way and gets the job done. Really small. So undercompensating, overcompensating, it's a really really tiny little knife there. So that's the karambite. And if I had, I don't know about Rob's looks, but I would love to see his barber. I think that's a top secret. Who cuts Rob's hair,
Oh,
and
man.
what products he uses in it. He has the glossiest.
Oh, I thought we were all frozen.
I mean, seriously,
Still there, Colin?
I'm
Rob
here.
was not walking on the beach,
Oh.
though. Oh, we're losing Colin, I think.
We lost Colin. Kinda.
I seem to be here on my own end anyway.
Oh, he's there.
I do hear
You're
you.
there.
I can't see you though.
Okay.
That's weird. Anyways, if you can hear me, we'll keep talking.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, that's yeah. Rob sent us that to ask you, but
That was excellent.
well, that sucks that people can't see some of the stuff. But the best place to see it, I assume, is on your website, maxvenom.com.
Correct, sir. Yes.
Cool. And I love the fact that you make it in titanium, because I pretty much love anything in titanium.
Right. The titanium version of the karambite is called the tie bite, and that's the one that I'm carrying right here. Okay. Titanium. And this version is available exclusively at karambit.com.
Karambit.com, right?
Karambit.com, correct.
Oh, okay. Karambit. And oh, these are the serialized ones, right?
Correct. They're offering a series right now called the Call Sign series. It's kind of a tactical equivalent of Enjoy a Coke with Mike. You know, you get you choose a name, and that's your call sign, and we've got those laid out on our limited edition bronze tie bites.
Very cool. I'm trying to look down the call signs this year to see if anything fits me. Like Big Meanie. Well, that's cool. Well, how'd you come up with the idea for that? Just kind of playing around, and you know, the product seems great. It's almost like a better replacement for somebody that would carry like a brass knuckles, but you know, it doesn't have any of the legality issues with it.
Right, right. You know, the idea behind it is that you know, it's incredibly small and manageable. It doesn't have to be used in like the sock'em sense or whatnot. You know, it can be held in the hand, sort of, you know, ring finger through here, and just sort of, you know, slash away if that is sort of your mode of operation or whatnot. But it's a very popular product, and you know, there's a reason we kind of took the original karambite and turned it into a titanium piece, and then turned it into limited edition pieces. We've done a serialized flame blue, and then we've done the call sign series. We've got a couple more you know, different variations that we've got in mind to do next. But you know, people kind of like that very special, unique, you know, I'm going to get this, and you know, it's the only opportunity to get your hands on it, you know.
Well, that's cool. Well, before I talk about the other titanium that's on there, because Glenn has called me a slut for titanium, which is also true. It's you know, I'm not denying that, but tell me about your dick.
Yeah, I actually flashed my dick earlier. Nobody noticed, but that's typical. This is the dick right here. All right. The dick is the direct impact karambit. All right. And it was designed around the premise that I've owned a lot of folding karambits. All right. And all the ones that I've owned, I see it popping on the screen there.
Yeah, because since people can't really see you, I know I can't, so I'm worried that nobody sees you. So at least I'll put that.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right, good call then. So the direct impact karambit was sort of built from the ground up to facilitate its use as both an edged and impact weapon. Okay. as an engine impact weapon practitioner, there's a lot of knives that I've owned and carried, and it's been a very important feature to me how it feels and fits in the hand when it's closed, okay, for use as an impact weapon. Now, the DIC, all right, is designed to facilitate a grip in your hand while closed to be used as an impact weapon. A lot of times when you find that sort of benefit in a folding knife, that benefit is exclusively coincidental, okay? It was designed as a knife that folds, and when it's open, that is sort of its primary embodiment, open, all right? But when it's closed, the benefits that it has when it's closed are just sort of like what happened to be there, okay? So this was designed to fit your hand in a unique way while closed and to fit your hand in a unique way while open, all right? So there's the closed configuration that we see on the screen. You see how right down there towards the pinky, there's this little swell to the spine of the blade, which we call the impact hilt, okay? Just as you would sort of sink your knife to the hilt, okay, or your sword. That's the hilt right there, right? It's what stops your hand from slipping forward. But there's no blade there. There's the impact point, all right? Now, when you open the knife, as we see there, you know, it becomes another embodiment which is designed to be perfect in its own way, okay? So we're trying to achieve a level of perfection with the knife, both open and closed, that we haven't seen in other knives before. I don't know of anybody designing knives or any knife that's been put forth that has really, you know, advertised that sort of benefit. Like, this was the idea. This is what we were going for. But that's what we did with the DIC, and there's a lot of people who seem to dig it, and we couldn't be, you know, more blessed with having people who look at our products, try to figure them out, listen to our narrative, and they dig it, you know.
Cool. So right now, you know, if anybody's watching and sees this, you're offering 20% off your MSRP right now through Christmas.
Correct. Yep. That's the introductory price.
Very cool. What kind of material did you end up picking for the blades? And it looks like G10 handles.
Correct. I'm sorry, I got people messaging me here saying that I am not on the video. So
is it Mike Ann, because he messages everybody? He's such a pain in the butt.
Oh, it is. Yeah, as a matter of fact. Hi, Mike. Hello. Thank you.
He's messaging me also. So he's.
Is there anything I can do about that? Because I can see myself, I can see all you guys, but nobody can see me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe turn
your bandwidth. Maybe up at the top, there's a bar.
Or there's a turn camera off button at the top. Click that and then turn it back on.
Okay, let's try.
Okay.
Turn the camera off here.
Back on.
And we'll turn it back on. Am I here?
You're blue.
I'm blue. Awesome.
Well, at least you're not frozen. Now you're this Facebook-looking guy.
No, that's cool. I mean, I was just kind of sitting back, chilling while we were kind of warming up or whatnot, and then while I'm talking here, I kind of framed myself and got on the screen because I talk with my hands a lot, and nothing. So, well.
Yeah, it happens.
I'll try it again, though.
It'll be good for iTunes, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. I'll kill it here one more time when it happens.
What's up, Andy? Andy was one of my roommates from college who's listening to the show right now. He says, if that's the black DIC, what does the white DIC look like? We offer a white DIC. It must be smaller. Nope, we lost Colin. That was too much fun.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was all right.
I'm sorry, I barely was paying attention there.
Where's the wah 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 wah?
I'm still not on video?
Nope.
Oh, that sucks. Oh well.
And you know, I'm getting messages. People only came here to see your DIC. So.
Well, we've got some, you know, funny memes that we've been making and putting on our you know, Instagram and things to that effect.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, what's the best way for people to follow you on social media? What's your Instagram, at Max Venom, or?
Yeah, when I set that up, I didn't do much research or anything to that effect. So I did like at Max underscore Venom underscore product underscore group. But you know, I think that you can find me by just typing in Max Venom. Um, yeah, I mean, you know, Instagram is something that I do things with moderately frequently. Facebook, you know, I wouldn't say that I'm like big into it or anything that are very active with my product on Facebook. Instagram is kind of the way to see what's going on with my company. That's totally the best way. Otherwise, you know, the website, you know, we've got a really outstanding website, and we're really proud of it. There's lots of good information on there. There's up-to-date product availability, things to that effect. But if you just kind of want to see the quirky, weird shit that I do and what I'm thinking about, talking about, what have you, Instagram's got that kind of stuff going on.
Cool. Well, I'm just, you know, for those of you guys who are watching and not seeing you, I'm just kind of scrolling down the website right now to kind of check out some of the different products you have. There's definitely a lot to choose from. You know, it seems, I think Andy is going to want this tomahawk, right, Andy?
Tomahawk looks cool.
Yeah, it's called the tomahawk because it's sort of a bearded axe meets a tomahawk. So being it that it has the hooking capability, we named it the tomahawk. That would be a product that's available from Boker. Boker is the manufacturer on that. The design is licensed to them. You know, that can be found pretty affordable. Different sources on the internet, such as Blade HQ. I think KnifeCenter.com really undercuts the MSRP on that. Something pretty sick. So that would be one place to get it.
Very cool. Well, that's cool. I mean, what you know, so your background, you know, based on what you were telling me in there, so you have a background in all kinds of martial arts as well. Do you think that sort of dictated the way you started designing knives because you looked at the practicality of how you're using them?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, each knife that I've designed has you know is designed with an application base. You know, people have been making knives forever. You know, I mean, they say you know prostitution is the world's oldest profession. Well, then knife making is the second oldest. You know, I mean, it's just got to be. But you know, everything is application based. It's just, you know, how would you use this? You know, there's so many knives being made out there. There's just kind of you know a new expression of the exact same thing we've all seen before. You know, but if you're going to come up with a knife that has a new shape, you need to sort of optimize that shape based upon some type of application. You know, so I think that's what shapes my knives, and I think that's why they have a unique look and a unique appeal, you know.
Jason Wyman wants to know what your favorite pizza is.
Sbarro's, of course, and the best pizza in the world is Sbarro's in Las Vegas, in the basement of some fucking casino at about 4 in the morning. That's the best.
That sounds delicious. I think we had Fat Burger once like that.
Is kind of a funny, very funny story that goes with that. We were out SHOT Show and just getting, you know, blitzed and all this good stuff, and somebody was like, you know, we need food, and then it just kind of became a contagious idea to go get food, and somebody throws out that they just had the best pizza the other day at this place, and they couldn't remember the name of it or anything like that. So we ended up walking like blocks and blocks, and yeah, I don't know. We sort of looked like a zombie squad just moving down the street, you know, like drunk and all this shit. And finally, we make it to this hotel, and we go in the front. We weave through some stuff, and end up in this basement that's just like empty. Okay, and we're like walking and walking, and no shit. Here we end up at a Sbarro's, and it was the weirdest place to find pizza, and but it hit the spot. You know, I guess that's all that counts.
Nice. Yeah, that seems kind of like any Vegas trip for sure. Well, cool. So let's you know, before before I let you go here, what the best way people to get a hold of you, hit up the website maxvenom.com, hit up the Instagram, and you have a Facebook page they can follow as well. Anything new coming out? Anything you want to sort of whet people's appetite? Are you going to be out at SHOT Show or for people to meet you or anything?
We'll be out at SHOT Show. I'm out there every year. Been out there for a lot of years. We'd actually contemplated holding off on releasing the DEC till SHOT, but we decided to just kind of give it a go. We had a lot of people who were chomping at the bit for it, so we just had to kind of let that animal loose. But we are going to have a new folder for SHOT Show, and it's going to be different. It's going to be hot, and it's going to be deadly. So definitely, we're probably going to be showcasing some of our stuff at the Combative Edge booth, which I don't have the number for the booth or anything to that effect. All I can say is if you want to meet me, don't show up early because I won't be there. That's I will be out late drinking. I'll be sleeping the fuck in. So that's what I do.
Well, that's cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show, and maybe we'll hook up with you at SHOT so we can take some pictures and kind of do a little video review of the new products as well.
Outstanding. That would be very cool.
Cool. Well, you're welcome to stay on the show and just kind of be part of the panel and everything, but if you got to bounce, it's cool. Or you're welcome to try and disconnect, reconnect, whatever you like to do. But the rest of the show, we just kind of talk about guns and everything. And, if you are going to bounce, let us know, and we'll plug all your stuff again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try logging off here and maybe logging back on. I'll message you through Facebook or something to that effect. See what we can do.
All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks. Cool. Well, that's pretty cool. I thought he had a lot of good products. Andy, what do you love the DEC?
I'm not a big fan of the DEC. The Karambite looks really fucking cool. The Tomahawk looks cool because it's more of a axe, so it makes it a little different.
It does look like a camp axe, kind of, but it like camps in Tomahawk. It becomes the Tomahawk.
There's a couple other things on his site. I mean, that bottle opener is pretty cool for $38.
Yep, that little titanium piece, the little titanium impact thing.
Yeah, there's a couple really good things on this page. I like them.
Yeah.
You could just put up a titanium cube and you'd be all over it.
Yes.
No.
Actually, a perfectly 1-inch cube titanium would be kind of cool.
You mean like the one I made that had all holes in it? Erica, where's your keys?
My key bar is upstairs. It's still there. It's on it. It's mine. It's my precious.
Of course it is. Oh,
It's really cool. I want to punch somebody with one.
what a titanium
Cube?
thing, or your key bar?
No, a cram bite. I want to punch people in the face with it.
You want to slap people with your dick?
ISIS.
I've done that. but
Specifically ISIS.
I was talking about the cram bite.
Oh, right.
I
Sorry.
think the Raps are a little drunk tonight.
Probably.
I'm really excited for Leah to rap.
Glenn is.
Yo, I need some more bourbon. We don't take breaks on this show, so I don't have a.
I know. I drained my wine also.
You should put a barrel around Odin's neck.
Oh, yeah. He won't come down the stairs, though, to see me.
Oh, my giant dog would never come down the stairs, too.
Like,
Yeah, no.
Stare.
I thought at one point I had that bottle of Jameson here.
I think you
Did I try?
drank
My
it
lovely
all.
wife brought me another thing of vodka. So
She's so awesome.
Whole shaker of it.
All right, let's get into guns and gear here. Maybe my lovely wife will come bring me a refill.
hint, hint, hint.
That's fine. I got nothing for guns and gear, so yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so Andy,
Good job, Erica. Get it? 'Cause you're a pirate.
I get it.
It's funny.
I should be a pirate. I thought I was a pirate.
Good our job.
Not even proper English.
Well, it's because you're a French pirate.
Oh, they don't have proper English? We are.
All the French Mike knows.
Okay. All right, Andy, what do you got?
I have since we're talking about knives tonight, I pulled out my Work Sharp Ken Onion knife and tool sharpener. Dun dun dun.
What's it do?
Gee, what does it do? It sharpens knives. It's an electric knife sharpener. It puts a nice convex edge on whatever you want, from small. I got I got this little $3.85 knife from Walmart. I don't know if you can see that. Nice. Look at that. $3.85. Woohoo!
Really, that cheap?
Like, yeah,
Top quality Chinese steel.
absolutely could drop this and who gives a shit.
I just want an emergency. I'm out of Basil Hayden's. So.
But I really suck at sharpening knives. There are some people who just can do it. I suck at it. I'd rather just buy a new knife. So I picked up the Ken Onion Work Sharp. It's okay. It really beats up some of the knives. It puts I've seen some videos of guys putting mirror sharp on with this thing. I cannot do it. But you know, it is what it is. What I like about it is it sharpens all different kinds of knives, up from my like 7-inch rat up to my axe, my little camp axe. It's a nice little tool.
A friend of mine's getting one that's like $600 or something. It's like a whole station.
Jeez.
This one goes for, it's around $140 ish. Comes with 4 different grits. It's not bad.
Well, everybody, Colin is back. So, Colin, what do you suggest for sharpening?
For the people who can't sharpen, what do you suggest?
I suggest sending it to someone who can. That's
Absolutely.
what I suggest. No, in all seriousness, if you can sharpen knives, Spyderco makes the best ceramic knives out there, just bar none. But if you're not good at sharpening knives, let me give you like this crazy inside tip here. There's a company called Seattle Edge. Okay, and they're out of Seattle, of course. And there's a guy out there does sharpening. He will sharpen, custom-made knives. He's not afraid of anything. And his prices are so reasonable, and his edge that he puts on is so good that you will put that $150 sharpener on the shelf, and you won't even care that you did. I mean, it's that good. So.
And you don't have to do it very often, right? I mean, unless you're really workhorsing the knife.
This guy's cheap.
$1.75 an inch.
Ooh, we're sending him my scissors.
You need to go to YouTube and find a video called "How to Sharpen Chinese Knives," and this dude takes a Chinese knife to a belt grinder and he just grinds off the entire blade and pitches it. That's pretty much what you should do with Chinese knives, in my opinion.
That's like that opening of your Browning High Point, right, Glenn? Open it in the garbage.
The high point, not the
The high point.
Sorry,
not the Browning high point. You're thinking of
Unboxing of the high point. Throw it in the garbage.
Yep, throw it in the garbage.
that sharpener that Andy was talking about. I've used the cheaper version. It's nice for like the knife I cut boxes open with.
Yeah.
It's a great like utility blade sharpener, but it does not give you razor sharp shaving sharp. For this guy.
Speaking of shaving, check out this guy right here.
Are you gonna keep that going until it's worthy of some wax, there, Mike?
That's what I'm trying. Like this is at least this is like 30 days for me.
Wow.
I get nothing.
How much have you shaved the whole month, Mike?
How much? Twice.
Wow.
I was so glad to shave that thing off.
I shaved like 5 times during No Shave November.
I was so glad you shaved his off.
Well, Dirty Dan gave me some tips with some beard oil for the mustache, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see if I can become a little more dastardly.
That thing is so weird.
Shaving it off in his sleep.
You better not.
I'll shave half of it off in your sleep.
Will you periscope that?
He's worked
I
so
will.
hard.
I have. I worked an entire.
I'm going to send a knife out to this guy in Seattle.
Please do. I'd like to see what you think of his work.
Yeah.
I've joined you guys with a beer, by the way, and it is tall can of Mickey's malt liquor. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
It was unclassy like that.
One of our listeners keeps telling me I have to go visit him in Arizona to
Zach.
have Mickey. Yeah, Zach.
He told me, he's like, we got to do some Mickeys. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, we need to take a trip to, like, 2016, I want to get back into going out to these big events and seeing everybody. I know it's a big deal. We're opening up this retail store, but I really want to get out and sort of visit the people in the industry again, and demo our products. Meet a lot of people. SHOT Show's cool and all, but there's so much going on that I like the littler events. I can go and demo, our muzzle brakes or something. So, anybody, if you want to have me come out and just bring some fun toys to have you shoot, just hit us up and we'll come out and have some fun.
His muzzle brakes are extra loud.
Apparently, that's gonna be my YouTube video for today.
That brake, I hate it. We shot the HexCon 0 today, and that thing was flat, and there was no flash. I don't know if you watched the video, but it worked both ways. There was no flash, except it was really loud in Glenn's face next to it with a camera.
How was it for you shooting it? Loud or no?
No, for me shooting it was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Directly perpendicular to the bore is super loud.
Yeah.
So,
pushed it sideways and backwards, but kept the flash down and kept the muzzle rise down.
Wow, so we kind of stumbled upon a little bit of a flash hiding ability of it too, so cool. Glenn, what do you got? You got the new AI PMag?
I got the new AI PMag. This is going to be a big deal, I think. It's Magpul has released finally a polymer magazine for the bolt action bottom metals that everybody's putting in their Remington 700s and other guns for the AICS magazines. These are half the cost of what everybody else is charging right now, and been working a little bit, and it's working pretty well. But we're gonna run it through a couple other guns. I want to see if it works in the Ruger Scout rifle too. But we're gonna try it out in a bunch of guns and make sure it works.
Yeah, I know you bought that one from me, but I think we should get one and just torture test it too. See, is it as strong as the old PMags and stuff?
I'm gonna torture the hell out of this one.
Yeah. So I think it's cool, especially with.
For me too.
Yeah, I think we're being in New York and everything. I think we're going to see a boom of bolt guns come upon us. So it's glad that Magpul's kind of jumping into that realm also.
Mag's definitely lighter than a steel mag, and supposedly you can modify these to fit 6 rounds.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder if they'll take a base plate, or if somebody's going to come up with a base plate to hold them.
Well, they're a little taller than like the steel 5-rounders,
Okay.
and right on the package it says you can modify the follower to get it to fit 6 rounds, which I don't know why they just.
Right on the package?
Yeah, on the package it says easily modified to 6 rounds.
Wow.
I'm thinking what they're doing is they're selling you a 6-round mag that's 5 rounds for hunting, because a lot of states have a 5-round limit for hunting.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I think you just trim the legs off and you have a 6-round mag.
You don't need more than 5 rounds to kill a deer.
Yeah, but I need.
AR-15s aren't for deers. Deer.
6
Sorry,
deer.
if you didn't know, that was a quote from our illustrious mayor.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to run this thing through the paces and see how it works.
I don't have anything for guns and gear tonight. I was going to show you this cool Boba Fett, but I did that one show like 3 shows ago.
Where's your cog?
I left it at work. The cog is cool. I did leave it at work though. I'm sitting in a pile of knives here, all different knives that I have to review for my site. But
What do you got, Mike? Show them off. Tell me what you got.
I don't know. That sounds painful.
Colin, you like this? I got it from Blade HQ.
Oh, wow.
It's an auto ice pick. It's basically ridiculous.
I think they used to sell those in Soldier Fortune magazine
Probably.
in the late 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah. I did pick up this Kershaw, for the money, for like $89 from Blade HQ or something. It's an auto. This is one of the ones I'm writing a review on right now because it's actually U.S. made for a $90 auto knife, which is I don't think they used to be that cheap.
Was that auto or open assist?
No, this is full auto. It's got the button on the side, so you just hit the button and it
Okay.
opens. So it's kind of cool. I like collecting weird stuff like that. So Erica just gets mad because I keep spending money. I usually Amazon, drunken Amazoning, which is a bad idea.
Well, you've got 2 options: either spend it or get taxed on it. So,
I don't want to give it to them anyway. So
right.
So, all right. Next up is Glenn. Are you doing Ask a Gunsmith tonight, or are we doing?
We're doing Ask the Gunsmith because I couldn't remember any of those funny things that we said.
All right, we got to write them down. So, just for anybody wondering, we have an upcoming segment that we're working on. It's going to be called "Is it sexual or is it gunsmith?"
We're working on it's. I don't know. Should we call it that, or should we call it locker room or gun shop?
Oh yeah, something like that. So basically, we decided that everything that we talk about when we talk about gunsmithing sounds dirty. So we're gonna play a little game show with all you guys listening. So what do you got for then Ask a Gunsmith, Glenn?
So I'm gonna say the question tonight is 223 a 22 caliber cartridge.
Great question, because we heard it on the radio this morning.
Yeah, me and Andy were driving. I think you were driving at the same time. We were all listening to was it Rover's Morning Glory?
Yep.
And they were talking about the whole thing that happened out in California and different cartridges and rifles and all this and that. And they were kind of going back and forth. Somebody called 223 a 22, and they argued for a little while about it. So 223 is in fact a 22 caliber. It's not, when everybody says 22 caliber, what they're really talking about is 22 long rifle, the little rimfire. But when we say caliber, technically what we're talking about is the diameter of the bullet.
Right.
223, 222, 22 Magnum, all those actually have the same diameter bullets. That's why you can have a 22 conversion kit that drops right into your AR-15 and you can shoot 22 rimfire. It's not just the caliber that determines what kind of ammunition you use in your gun, though. It's what we're talking about when we talk about ammunition is we're actually talking about the chambering the gun's in. So your gun is chambered in 223. It might shoot a 22 caliber bullet, but it shoots 223 ammo. Mostly the numbers we've kind of come with they either mean bore diameter or groove diameter, but they're basically different so that we can separate ammos out. So yes, 223 is 22 caliber. Half the people on the radio knew that. Half the people were arguing with it. It was just an interesting kind of thing that we heard on the radio that most people don't know about guns.
It's like a nomenclature thing, you know. It's like arguing over specifics of an assault rifle, you know, like whether or not an AR-15 is actually an assault rifle or not. It's ridiculous if you ask me, you know.
It's the whole suppressor or silencer thing.
Yeah,
right.
It's an argument that doesn't really need to be had.
Yeah. Technically, they're suppressors.
Yeah.
Silencers.
Yeah.
So they're kind of
impossible to silence. That's why it's not a silencer.
Yes. But it's the whole 223. It is 22 caliber. That doesn't mean it shoots the same bullets as a 22 long rifle. Just it's the same diameter.
Yeah.
It's only one part of what actually goes into the ammo you shoot in a gun.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you do a 223-556 on the show yet?
Yeah, we did one a couple weeks ago.
I thought so. Well, just a recap of it, you know, 223 and 556, while the bullet diameter are both 22 caliber, the 556 is technically a higher pressure cartridge. So the quick and the dirty is if you got a 556 chamber, you can shoot both. If you got a 223 chamber, stick to 223, and if you got like a 223 wild chamber, you can shoot both, but it'll be more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the quick and the dirty.
Yeah, the whole 223 556 is a metric standard thing.
Yeah.
243 Winchester used to be called 6mm. I can't remember the rest of it, but they changed it to 243 because Americans wouldn't buy a metric cartridge.
Right. That's because the metric system's dead.
Yes, it's definitely dead. It's definitely on the way out.
It's a dead system. I forgot I said that to my friend Dan, who's Australian, because he gives me measurements in metric all the time when we talk CAD stuff, and I'm like, come on, dude, inches. Metric system's dead. Oh, all right. Anyways, I am super, super excited because everybody's second favorite. It might be your first favorite, but our girls have the two best segments on the show. So right now we have Leah Raps. So
I don't have lyrics.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, is it blank?
Yeah, I just have a blank page.
No?
Oh, nope, there they are.
We got them.
There they are.
Oh, I don't even know how to say that.
All right, so everybody, if you're just joining us, this is the second week of Leah Raps. and I pick lyrics for Leah to read, and Glenn, we're going to add this. Glenn has to decide. He's not going to know what song it is because we know Glenn listens to that hipster crap. But Glenn has to try and figure out at least who sung it. Who sung it?
I know like 6 rap artists.
6. I know this many.
All right, you ready, Leah?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Can you hear me over the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Turn off.
All right.
All right. Ayo. Doug, I mean bitches, discreet bitches, street bitches, / Cocoa Puff sweet bitches. What? Make you wanna eat bitches, but not me. Y'all, people of African American descent.
Come on.
All you want, but not D. Ugh. I fuck with D's hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I'm out. Just like a thief in the night, I sink my teeth in the bite. You thinking life, I'm thinking more like, what's up tonight? What's up?
All right, what do you think, Glenn?
I want Wiz Khalifa.
Who is Puff Daddy?
Who is Puff Daddy is also wrong. Anybody else? Erica, you know what it is.
I know who it is.
Yeah, all right. Nope, you were wrong. It's DMX.
Not Wiz
Aw.
Khalifa.
You didn't put in the arf, arf, arf in the beginning, Mike. I was waiting for that.
It was a different song.
Oh, that's
I
right.
guess that makes sense because he's into dogs, isn't he? Not like into dogs, but like he has dogs.
He's into dogs.
He's actually, as far as I know, he's in jail in Buffalo right now.
Oh, good for him.
I was going to go visit him, but I thought it might be weird.
Rep. Real.
Because Buffalo's where you want to be locked up. How do you like this word?
You just go to the jail and say, I'm here to visit DMX and talk to him on the little phone thing through the glass? No? Do you think you can do that, or that's not a thing?
Do you have to be on like their visitor list or something?
Oh.
Nope.
No?
No. No,
No,
you can just go
no.
visit.
Well, it depends on what.
Road trip.
You go see DMX
Road trip to see DMX.
in jail.
Leah, I'm going to switch this around right here. So, Andy, let's do medical prepping first so Leah can recover from her rap sensation.
Well, medical prepping's out the window tonight because Christmas!
Oh.
Well, you don't need to prep because candy canes are healing magic.
Well,
No,
we need
all
to
colors,
get
that's
ready. We need to get ready for Christmas, and some nerds need some gifts.
What do you want for Christmas, Andy?
Well, I'll put up a link on the gun channels. Here's what I'm talking about. All right, these are 9 gifts for the awesome gifts for nerds.
Ooh.
First couple ones are kind of boring, I think. The first one is a Star Trek electronic door chime.
That's because you're a Star Wars nerd.
At $29. It's kind of,
That's
Star
cool.
Trek's kind of old. You get the cool Star Trek sounds. The second one is another Star Trek favorite, the Star Trek pajama sleep shirt. I would rather have the phaser that we were talking about, Glenn.
Yes, I want that phaser.
If anyone's seen the YouTube video of the guy who built a real working phaser from a 4-watt laser popping balloons, it was awesome.
Oh, I saw that video. That's cool.
Gotta make one of those.
Fill my entire house with balloons and clear it.
So
Rob
think,
Pincus has one of those lasers.
yeah, but not in a phaser though.
No, not in a
I
phaser.
don't care about the laser. I want the phaser.
So the Think Geek has these shirts for $39, kind of pricey. I found one in a garage sale a while ago. It was one of my costumes. iFixit has the ProTech Toolkit. If anyone's ever had to fix a screen on a phone, they usually come with a real cheap iFixit tools. Some of these are really, I mean, you cannot fix these phones unless you have some of these tools. They're really nice. It's $64 for the iFixit Toolkit. And I think it's on Think Geek also. The next one, I don't really agree. It's the Nerf N-Strike Module ECS-10. I like Mike's Nerf better. What are those called, Mike? The Revolution?
The Rival.
Rival. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Nerf rivals.
Like 7 feet per second or something.
Those are on sale right now at Toys R Us for only like $19 or $29 for the electric. They're saying this $49 N Strike. It's modular and you can put all your scopes on it, and kids like it. Fires 10mm explosive caseless Nerf darts, whatever that means. I think they're just regular Nerf darts. All right, then we get into some cool gifts like the Phoenix PD25 light. It's a $56 400 lumen single. I think it's a. I don't know what battery. It doesn't say which battery. I don't know. The turbo is 550 lumens. It's got to be a CR123. It's got to be.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, CR123. For $56 for a 550 lumen little EDC light. I carry. What do I carry? The PD20. I carry the PD20. The new PD25, it has, instead of the end cap, it has on the side. Those are getting pretty popular. I don't know if I like which I like better for my EDC. I know for a tactical, I like the back. These some of the new ones. Have you seen the Bluetooth lights out where you can program it on your computer?
To do what?
You can program like what modes you want, what the first mode always on would be, what your high mode would be. It's kind of cool.
Seems like applicable for Christmas lights.
Put like a bunch of flashlights, $56 flashlights in your tree?
No, flat. No.
If you could program your Christmas lights, I think it's.
Yeah, with your computer.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool. I know whole houses do that. The next one is the FLIR1 for the iPhone. Have you guys seen that? The FLIR for the forward infrared.
What is it?
Mike, I'm surprised you haven't gotten this one yet for your iPhone.
I won't.
$250 add-on camera for your iPhone, and you get forward-looking infrared. It's kind of cool.
Oh, the FLIR add-on.
Yeah, the FLIR 1. I think the price has come down. I think those were over $500 earlier.
So last time I saw them when they first came out, I think they were like $500.
Yeah, they're down to $250.
That's not bad.
I don't know what you'd use it for other than fun toys, but it's kind of cool.
According to their website, you can use it on your grill to see how hot the grill is.
Yeah.
Ooh, and to know when your propane tank is low.
You can see your propane.
Yeah. How hot your Christmas tree is getting with all your programmable lights.
You can see where all your heat is escaping out of your roof.
Yeah.
You can see which of your circuit breakers are overloaded.
Not to interrupt, but Eric from VF Gunrunners says that instead of Glenn guessing, we should have Eric guess for wrapping every time.
Next one
Okay.
is the Air Hogs Millennium Falcon quad flyer. This thing looks like a piece of crap to me. Have you
Really?
seen the Millennium Falcon?
Oh, that's disappointing because I got super excited when you said that.
Yeah, I don't know. The Air Hogs are usually crap. It can fly up to 200 feet for $99. I don't know. They are pretty durable. I've seen that, though, with the Air Hogs. The next thing that every geek wants is, I think this is kind of cool, the Tauntaun sleeping bag.
Yes.
Ooh.
Although it's $150. I mean, the thing looks, it's not very quality. It looks somewhat like a Tauntaun, but the guy, I don't know if you go on Gun Channels, follow the link. The guy's face is really creepy. Who's sitting in this sleeping bag? I
want one.
I could see Mike's mustache in there almost.
Absolutely.
Gently
so
tug on the zippers. Peel back the Tauntaun's innards and get inside. All right, the last one's a cheap thing. It's a $6 nerd shirt. It says, "This nerd's life." I don't know. Last one's kind of boring. $25 for the Sublime T-shirt. $6 for it. It says, "Why pay $25?" So that's it. Just a couple gift ideas for the geek or nerd in your life.
Those were good ones. I liked them.
I will take the Phoenix PD25 and the Tauntaun sleeping bag. I'll take those two.
I like anything on ThinkGeek. I really do. They make everything that's cool.
I like the micro plushes.
Yeah.
If you Google Tauntaun sleeping bag, you get a bunch of pictures of people who have Tauntaun tattoos.
Weird.
Yeah, definitely weird.
I would get in one of the AT-AT walkers. Those are cool, or maybe a Boba Fett like Andy.
I like the dog costumes of the AT-ATs. Some of those are really good.
Yeah, we could make like a lowered AT-AT in Max.
A lowrider.
Yeah.
Aki looks like an AT-AT without a costume at all.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's good. I think that's good. Good for awesome gifts for nerds, since we're all nerds anyways.
Yeah.
Leah, tell me why I don't want to be a dick for Christmas.
Well, because it's Christmas. No. So, I work in retail. Glenn works in retail. Andy, you work in retail. Mike and Ari, I don't know if you've ever worked in retail, but I assume you've shopped in your lives.
Both work in retail.
Well, I found this article, and these articles you see kind of from time to time. 29 struggles every holiday retail worker knows to be true. And I'm not going to go through all 29. It's on BuzzFeed. I'll put the link up. But basically the idea is don't be a dick. If there's any inclination in your mind that what you're doing might make you a dick, just don't do it. Don't push piles of sweaters that someone spent time folding off of a table so you can sit your fat ass on the table.
People do that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's actually fat people.
Some employees do it.
Don't bum rush the doors of the store as soon as they're open. Don't stay in the store 40 minutes after it's closed. People want to go home.
Yeah.
They don't want to sit and serve you because they have to be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to serve you again. Don't.
If people didn't know, retail people don't get paid a lot.
Yeah.
So don't fuck with them.
It's not a high-paying job. It's a hard job during the holidays. We spend 10 hours a day on our feet listening to shitty music and dealing with people who are on their absolute worst behavior. Retail employees have no control over what things cost. They cannot give you every discount you wish you had. There are just things that we can't do. We would like to help you. 99% of the time we would like to be able to help you, and we just can't.
Unless you're a dick.
Wow. And this article makes some good points. Like, a lot of times we are understaffed. We work for big companies that want to make as much money as possible, and payroll is a big expense for those companies. So they cut payroll every chance they get. Don't yell at me. It's not my fault. A lot of employees are hired just for the holidays, and they don't know things. And sometimes you have to be patient with them. And so basically my thought is the people that are working in stores and in restaurants and driving cabs and in bars this time of year, their job is made just a little bit harder by all of the merriment. So be kind. Please, please, or someone's probably going to strangle you.
Or spit in your food.
That's true. If it's a restaurant, right?
Yep. And, I don't care about your life. I don't want to hear about your stories. I'm sorry. I don't have time. It's just... be nice to people this time of year. That's all.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I worked in a restaurant so I could spit in people's food. I have no, recourse against bad customers.
Yeah, but this is a good article, just to kind of, give you an idea. Once we're closed, this is a good one. The customer thinks you'll open the store just for them. Once we're closed, we're freaking closed. Don't stand outside waving at me, hoping I'll open the doors for you. It's not going to happen. So, that's all. That's my article. That's my news. It's
Merry
Christmas time. Don't be a shithead.
Merry Christmas.
Yay. Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Kinda. Um, hi.
Hi.
You're right.
What are you shopping for, Mike?
Yeah.
Nothing.
He's
Actually,
reading Facebook comments.
no, I was talking with Mike Ann for a second there. So
Mike, leave him alone. Okay, Mike Ann, I'm talking to you right now. You know he's got the ADD.
Mike spent the day in the hospital, so
Okay, you can talk to him. Never mind.
he's gonna fill me in tomorrow morning on that. So sorry about that, everyone. Anyways, let's move on to all kinds of stuff here. But first, I'm going to thank our wonderful sponsors for making the show possible and for us to be on iTunes and all the cool stuff, and we really appreciate it. Thank you to Tactical Baby Gear. Check them out. Awesome bags and stuff for dads who don't want to be lame, or moms who don't want to be lame, or Andy who's already lame but doesn't want to be lame. Thank you to Cantor Brunner Designs. Big thanks because he's sending me a gift that I'm not allowed to give to Erica.
I'm so mad about that, by the way.
So thanks, Dax, for sponsoring. And check out his website, Cantor Brunner. Makes pens, all kinds of great stuff. 1776 United, as you guys know, they're a great supporter of the show. Check out their clothing, 1776united.com. And as I just spoke about Mike, my good friend Mike from X8 Tactical makes all kinds of cool knives and stuff, fun things like that. Let's. I had something cool for Tech Corner this week. I'm trying to find where my article on it was. Well, it's kind of not off topic, but kind of for Tech Corner. For any of you guys who are iPhone guys, Apple is supposedly, rumor has it, they're ditching the little headphone jack, and they're changing the actual jack it's going to use.
To what?
It's going to be. They want it to be thinner so they can make the phone even thinner. So it's interesting. Well, whether or not it needs to.
Stop making the phones thinner and make the batteries thicker.
Yeah, I agree. The battery should last longer, and they should figure out a way so I stop breaking them.
I mean, one of the only reasons I stuck with the LG is the removable back, and I can replace the battery.
Right.
It's one of the only ones left that you can do that with.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does a second battery cost for that phone, though?
Like $30.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
A lot of those, like, before, back in the day, those were like 70.
Yeah, Amazon has helped that.
You guys hear also that Nintendo's releasing a new console?
What?
Called the NX. It actually looks pretty cool. Kind of cool for gadgets and stuff, but I'm surprised Nintendo's kind of still in the game. It seems everybody's gravitating towards PS4 or Xbox. I've been an Xbox guy for a long time, but I had PlayStations back in the day.
The Wii was really popular with younger kids.
I enjoyed the Wii.
I enjoyed it too when it first came out, but it kind of lost its fun because everybody seems to kind of gravitate back towards the standard console game with a little controller.
I loved the Cube.
Yeah.
Donkey Kongas.
Yeah, GameCube was kind of awesome because there was nothing really. I don't want to say it was ahead of its time, but that had a lot of that. It was like the first game that redid. N64 was awesome because of social gaming. Basically, you could invite your friends over and play Mario Party or play GoldenEye.
Mario Party was such a great game.
Mario Party was great.
Yeah, so that's what you could do with the GameCube. But now it seems, you got Xbox Live and all that, so basically you're playing with everybody now. It is kind of fun. I tend to play online every once in a while with people, so it's a good time. But yeah, not a whole lot of super tech stuff coming out. Andy, did you see any really good Black Friday stuff, deals on TVs or any tech stuff?
Yeah, so I mean, the 4K 60-inch for $700. I mean, if I needed a TV, it's a great time to get a TV. Unfortunately, I didn't need one this year.
Anything else? I didn't really see a whole lot of tech. But people always buy TVs on Black Friday.
Yeah,
We
this
need
year.
one, by the way, if anybody's got any good recommendations.
Yeah, our TV just crapped the bed.
Literally.
This year, it's been stretched out so much that you're not seeing like, the deal on that day. Now, I mean, you can like Woot.com has 48-inch for $350.
always got
Newegg has tons of stuff, and it's spread out, and you'll find it all the way up till, I'm sure, till Christmas and after Christmas.
Yeah, Amazon's nice if you got Prime because you're not paying to ship a huge TV. What?
I don't know. Was Glenn laughing or was that his chair?
Glenn's laughing.
I'm shopping on Geek because Mike talked about it.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh, yeah, I know it's awesome.
We're getting Doctor Who cookie cutters and C-3PO salt shakers
Ooh.
so far. Ooh, and I want those.
Oh, Doctor Who bookends.
All right, Andy, what you got for news?
What did I put? Oh, our speaking of Black Friday, we did enough background checks for firearms to buy everyone in the Marine Corps a new rifle. Just on Black Friday. One day, we bought enough guns to supply the whole Marine Corps in a 24-hour period for everyone to get a rifle. Isn't that awesome?
What was the total amount?
It was more than 200,000.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome.
For a 24-hour period, 200,000 rifles. Or not just rifles, but background checks for firearms. Yeah.
How many, Glenn, you were running them. How many, was it running real slow or? All right, Glenn. Good talk. All right.
Then he's gone.
He's gone.
And then there were 3. Well, that's cool. I mean, I get a lot of the inside emails from NSSF about that, or from FBI when they say, I think I did get an email saying they were stepping up, operators and stuff just for Black Friday to be able to run NICS checks.
Yeah, the computer system has made it so much easier because, I mean, the automatic you pass, go ahead, buy the gun has increased so much. I don't know how it works, but if you're flagged, it takes a person to check it. If not, it goes right through. So that has helped a lot with the computerized.
Yeah. Yeah, I just signed us up for that so we could do the easy check instead of having to call it in. That's cool. All right, well, that's not really much more else to say about that. That is awesome that happened. So everybody out there, keep buying guns. Cool. All right, everybody's actual favorite segment.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What you got, Erica? What do you got for tonight?
I'm really sick of grocery shopping. Okay? And it's not the actual, like, that I have to go to the grocery store and give Wegmans hundreds of dollars so I can eat, though, that's a little frustrating. There's never any good food that I end up buying. It's always shit. But anyway, that's my own problems. It's the way that people shop in Wegmans. And I'd like to believe that the way that people push their carts in Wegmans is in a direct correlation to the way that they drive on the road. There's 2 lanes on a road, okay? It's kind of the same thing in Wegmans. When you're going, north, the other one's going south. It's like driving, okay? Push your little cart. There shouldn't be somebody next to you going the same effing way, okay? So I'm going down an aisle one way, I'm going the right way, pushing my cart, and then there's literally 2 people coming at me, taking up both lanes. And then the one that's right in front of me looks at me, like gives me a look like, what the fuck you doing? And these 2 girls, they're having conversations. They got their little drinks in their little cup holders and their Lego Wegmans pushy carts, and they're just fucking chit-chatting. Oh, hey! Oh, look at your basic bitch scarf. Oh, look at mine. Mine's so much cuter. Oh, cool. Yay! I'm like, fuck, get out of my way. My kids need fucking those, okay? So learn how to go push your carts in the grocery store, okay? One lane goes one way, the other lane goes the other way. Same thing with driving, okay? And it's not fucking social hour. I need to get in, get my shit, and get home. Because I got laundry, I got work, I got friggin' Max's pee to clean up, all right? So everybody that goes to Wegmans or any other, A&P, ShopRite, Kroger, Hannaford, Price Chopper, that goes there for social hour, get the fuck out of my way. Especially on a weekend. Weekend? This is not social hour. I have shit to do, and I need to get in and out. So get the fuck out of my way. Done.
Serious.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That, apparently. Mic drop. I don't know how to follow that up.
Damn.
Ari, would it help if they put little lines on the floor?
It might. It really with arrows showing people which way to go. I don't know how this is hard. I mean, most of us drive, So the right lane, the left lane, okay? Same thing.
My big thing is, like you said, the people that choose the busiest parts of the store to stop and have conversations. Like, do you need to reacquaint yourself with your elementary school gym teacher in front of the milk?
It's always, and the aisles aren't big. They're exactly wide enough for 2 carts to get through. And I understand if you're stopped because, you have to pick up, a thing of gummies. You got apple juice you're picking up, some SpaghettiOs. You stop. You got to grab the can. Totally fine. I'm patient with that. No problem. Okay? Or if you're looking for something like, where's the barbecue sauce that I want? Oh, nope, not Dinosaur. I want Famous Dave's or something like that. Fine. But if you're sitting there talking about how awesome yoga was, and oh my god, I love hot yoga, and I just got this great sweat on, get out of my way. Get out of everybody else's way.
Hot yoga is awesome.
It is. I don't want to talk about it in Wegmans.
We get stopped a lot in Wegmans because little old ladies like to ask Glenn to reach tall shelves for them.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Probably, I'd say at least once every other week. Little old lady, excuse me, sir. Can you reach the can of beans up top?
I don't have that
Back,
problem.
Sonny.
No, Andy doesn't have that problem.
No.
So I got this week's video ready to go here. Let me share my screen. And I just found it, and it is hilarious. So check it out. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So it's labeled Turkey Police Headshot. So it looks like there's some sort of riot, and they're shooting fire hose, and the dude's like punching the cop thing, and they're gonna fire hose this dude here. Oh, there he goes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, they're using a water cannon on the crowd. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, out cold.
He's like breakdancing in front of us.
That'll stop it. And then they're rioting, or spraying the rest of them anyways. At first I thought this was a water park.
Brutal water park. That dude's unconscious too.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give it a shot.
Let's go to that water park.
Right. Yeah.
Andy, how much force comes out of a fire hose?
A lot.
Can we try this? Can you shoot me with a fire hose?
No.
Oh.
Will it hurt you?
You do not want.
Well, no, I mean, I know it'll
Civil
knock.
rights.
Like, I know it'll knock you down, but will it hurt you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they use them for crowd control.
Yeah, but there's a difference between knocking someone down and knocking someone out. That dude caught a burst of water in the face and was unconscious before he hit the ground.
I wish there was a link to this one. Someone put one on my Facebook page. The guy's he's sitting on the hose riding it like a ride.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you guys happen to see that video I put on my Facebook page about the old school hip hop with the guy and his kid?
Oh, I saw that.
It's absolutely hilarious. You'll have to watch it, Ari, when you come up after the show.
Yeah.
That's funny. So what kind of events we guys got going up? We're pretty much to the end of the show tonight.
Alex's birthday.
Yep, kid birthday this
Coming up.
weekend. You guys went shooting today, right, Glenn and Andy?
Yep.
In the rain.
In the rain. What's everybody got going on this weekend? Andy, what are you doing?
Working Sunday. Oh, Saturday. I'm moving the shop Saturday.
That's right. We gotta rent a truck still.
Are you guys really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, just Saturday morning we're gonna get a small box truck and then move as much as we can in one load.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much going on. Kind of a low-key weekend, I think, for everybody.
That would be nice. I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun with Thanksgiving and everything, but I'm burnt out from,
Burned out from so much going on.
yeah.
Exhausting.
Yeah. Well, so everybody, if you guys do not follow us yet, make sure you hit us up on Facebook, follow our page, follow our Twitter at Crash and Burn TV, and we need your help. I posted it, and if you're not in the Crash and Burn listeners Facebook group yet, go ahead and search for it on Facebook and request to be added to it. We need your help. We need you to go over to Spreaker.com /Crash and Burn TV and follow us there. We're going to try and get on iHeartRadio, which would be awesome. We also just put up a giveaway on the website for Share the Goat, and we're going to give something away. So Andy's going to pick a winner tomorrow. He'll pick a winner on the Facebook page, so look for that tomorrow. If you win something, you'll win a bottle of snake oil prime and some swag from our buddy Da Vinci Arms. You can follow all of us. I'm at Mike Santola. You can see it on my little bottom screen there. At Andy Dixon, at Ari Santola, and what are you, Glenn? The hipster gun. What are you on Twitter?
I don't do Twitter.
Oh, he doesn't Twitter. So, all right, on Instagram is all the same, except Erica is at Erica Santola, and Glenn is at the hipster gunsmith, and Leah's at Leah Naprap. Stay tuned for next week's show. Next week we have Chris Madeira, aka at Gun Collector, huge promotions guy and big account on Instagram. So that should be a fun show. Thank you again to our. What?
I said, yay guns.
Yeah.
I like knives, but yay guns.
Yeah. Thank you once again to our sponsors, Cantu Bruner Designs. Check them out. X8 Tactical. Check out their knives. Tactical Baby Gear. Grab one of their bags and put your baby shit in it. And 1776 United. Grab some clothing. Do it all at once. Just pull out your credit card. Go buy something from all those guys. Awesome group of dudes. So, thank you, everybody. We just have a short, 3 more shows till the end of this year, right?
Yeah, but we are booked until mid-January with guests. So
And I've got a couple more that I've talked to, so we'll probably be booked into February for guests for sure.
I'm sure we'll get a bunch of SHOT Show too.
Absolutely. So we'll keep you guys updated on what our plans are for SHOT Show if you're going to be out there, and we'll hopefully plan out next year as well to maybe take a trip and meet up with you guys. So thank you again for everybody, and hopefully we'll catch you all next week.
I got one thing, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Our buddy Mike Seeklander, who we had on a couple weeks ago, he had a question. He wanted people to have like an active shooter class or a protection class, and they said, what should they do in case of an action shooter? And know what his answer was?
What?
Shoot him in the face.
I like it. Short and simple.
So you don't need any special classes. Just get your fundamentals down and shoot them in the face. Do it.
Definitely. Great advice. So, all right, everybody, we will catch you guys all next week. Make sure if you guys got any questions or want some topics, hit us up in the Crash and Burn listeners group, and we will catch you all next week. Goodbye.
bye.
Bye.